Mecha Simultactics has just been updated with a new game mode called Clash Combo. Plus, lots of combat improvements, spectate battles while waiting in the lobby, replay studio features, and network and performance improvements. You can play this update right now for free in the Mecha Simultactics Alpha, which is available on Steam. The link is in the video description. So let's talk about the new game modes. Two new game modes have actually been added. A simple 1v1 game mode and the Clash Combo game mode. In the Clash Combo mode, two players automatically clash at the start of battle. Then they combo and fight. When both players reach neutral, they respawn and clash again. This was originally added as a tiebreaker for tournaments, but it's also useful for practicing combos or just playing a quick game of rock, paper, scissors with a friend. Spectate. You can now spectate a battle if you join a lobby while the game is in progress. This is also useful for tournament hosts if the host isn't participating in a battle. Efficacy changes. Efficacy is now displayed as a number. There are a lot of changes under the hood to how priority works and how efficacy is calculated. The previous word-based indicator was not enough to compare all the attacks. This should be a more accurate indicator of how actions should interact and resolve. Stalemates. There was a problem in 1v1 battles where both players would stand their ground, and if one of the players tried to approach, they would be easily punished. In order to prevent these stalemates from happening, melee trades now cause knockback to both players, which resets the player to neutral. Also, in order to encourage aggressive play, moving forward towards your opponent is treated similar to a dodge, and you will not get knocked back if you get hit. In other words, you don't get knocked back while moving if you don't pivot. The exception to this is if you are staggered or flanked. In these cases, you are still prone to knockback. Parry and stagger. Parry now causes stagger on your attacker regardless of their position. This effectively increases the range of parries to match your attacker's range. To balance this, parry no longer does damage. Also, stagger is a much more dangerous status effect to have. You can now use special attacks while staggered, however, you can't parry or block, and if you get hit while staggered, you get knocked back, making you susceptible to getting comboed. Burst. You are now immune to being launched immediately after a burst. This should make burst less risky to use and less punishable. Overdrive. This used to be called Overheat. I renamed it to Overdrive to make it more clear that this is a positive effect. Also, Overdrive has been buffed significantly and now modifies all of your combat actions. Overdrive now gives you an efficacy bonus to melee attacks. This means that you won't clash if your opponent does not have Overdrive as well. You'll bypass the clash and hit them. Parry and grab no longer cause you to skip your next turn if you whiff. Plus, you now get one free lunge on any turn during Overdrive, not just the first turn. Replay Studio. The Replay Studio finally has a file picker, so you can watch any replay instead of only loading the newest one. The game will save up to 99 replays. Also, you can now pause and step frame by frame in the Replay Studio, and hover over units to inspect their status. Other fixes. There are a bunch of fixes in this update, but two of the biggest ones are, first of all, fix the problem where battles would fail to start if there are a lot of players in the lobby. Second, I added an option to disable VSync in the graphics settings. Disabling VSync should improve the frame rate for some people. These are the highlights from the most recent update, but if you want to see all the details, you can find the changelog in the news post linked in the video description. And I know a lot of you are really excited to see some new mechs. I'm really excited too. We are working on the new mechs. I'll show them off as soon as they're ready. If you want to get notified as soon as I show those off, join the newsletter, and I'll send out an email when I post about it. In the meantime, if you really want some more content, check out the custom maps created by other players in the Discord server.